Oh, come on, don't stop talking now. we just we just started and then you guys just stopped talking.
we've just run out of things to talk.
I didn't realise that we were. I think we were waiting for you to start. So, welcome. I guess.
Oh.
Am I doing the intro then?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know what Maiev normally does on this bit, and I definitely didn't come prepared. Today we are going to be talking about covering off some of the announcements of partnerships. We're going to be talking about the upcoming Royale that's next weekend. So make sure you sign up for that, and we'll cover off how to sign up. And I don't think I'm going to do much crypto news because I haven't really kept on top of it this week. So we'll probably just be playing some Evolution and I don't know, maybe talking about food. We'll try and avoid that, but we'll see what happens.
It's been a while since we talked about food, honestly. It has been a while. Probably because I started learning. I started eating before the stream instead of being hungry all the time.
Living safely.
I ordered 2 burgers yesterday and only one came in. So I got a refund for the other one.
Okay, I just want to double check with Twitch chat. You guys can hear us, right? I hope. Okay, I think it's fine. I think it's fine, but it always scares me whenever we go live and I don't really see anybody say anything in the beginning. Because yeah, I know we had problems.
I forgot to turn my audio off on Twitch, so yeah, I was hearing us from the beginning, so we're good.
All right, cool. We're good. All right. I guess we don't have much crypto news, so I'll just start with that. Obviously, we did dip a little bit. No longer above 30K. Maybe it's my fault since I did say that we're going to 40K. Maybe it's my fault, but who knows? Technically, I'm not wrong until we get below 20K, right? So we never know what can happen, but it's honestly not looking too good if I do say so myself. For this week, I mean, I guess Disco said he doesn't have much news. I just saw on Reddit, like maybe a few days ago, that there was like a frog coin or whatever, the Pepe coin or whatever.
Pepe coin?
Yeah. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. So there was a Pepe coin, fair launch shitcoin, that wasn't supposedly, or quite seemingly, shielded by influencers and the usual kind of gang of people that just dump their shit on people, and actually seems to have taken off, and yeah, the new Doge and so forth is how people hope to view it. You know, I think that's quite a bit of a dream, but for the time being, some people have made some money on it, so good on them, and I'm sure loads of others have lost lots as well. Swings and roundabouts, eh? But yeah, so there is still an appetite for shit coins as long as you market it well, as long as you can hype a buzz, and then what? Well, I guess that's the only thing, isn't it? So aside from that, there has been some very old Bitcoin wallets moving some funds, kind of from Satoshi era. And actually, believably linked to the Mount Gox incident as well, as about $60 million in today's value worth of Bitcoin. So that was quite interesting to see some funds being consolidated into another wallet. We have also not seen a great deal else in terms of regulation. There has been some laws proposed over in America and various states, I think Texas, kind of just protecting people's rights to mine Bitcoin, and mining rights on there, and other forms of kind of freedom of speech and in terms of blockchain technology. So yeah, good to see some sort of action there. Aside from that, not great deal that I'm kind of aware of. Haven't been keeping too on top of it. Things seem to have slowed down slightly, but I'll let you know if there's anything big. Certainly haven't seen anything so far.
Okay, Eki, so there's a bunch of frog coins, right? It's not like it's like the first one. Because I was gonna say, like, how is it that, we're just hearing about it? I imagine that's probably, something that people probably jumped to right away, right?
Well, it's just networking. Like, you have influencer friends, you start up the shitcoin. It's a known meme. You have enough kind of momentum to get it going, and it's just really luck, honestly, and momentary ephemeral hype that carries it upward. And it's really a crapshoot for how long it lasts. It's a cycle we've seen repeat like over and over again. It was especially frequent during the bull market. Um, yeah, I don't imagine this is going to persist, but Pepe is a very well-known meme, a well-loved meme, a very versatile meme. So,
Where did he even
if
come
there's
from?
any meme-based shitcoin that's going to succeed to the level of Doge, I guess it has that notoriety. Not that the people who made the coin really have anything to do with Pepe, but
Are you familiar with the history of Pepe?
Not intimately. I know it was originally from a comic.
Oh, really?
And people just created a bunch of different variations of it. It's kind of like the Wojak memes, or that feel guy. I don't know if how terminally online you are, Panda, but it's just a really versatile meme. Most of the discords you see will have Pepe-based emojis, at least a couple of them. So, yeah, it's everywhere. It's probably even more prevalent these days than Doge is. So,
Yeah, I feel like, maybe, I don't know. Am I weird in that maybe I don't understand memes as much as the typical person online, but okay, never mind. I don't know where I'm
I don't know
going
where you're
with this,
going with this.
but yeah,
they're just like concepts that people kind of organize around in a way. Some of them are persistent, some of them
I'm trying to think
last
of
all of a week before people forget about them.
I'm trying to think of like a meme that I can think of, and I feel like, to me, whenever I think of it, I think of like the old like cat pictures, right? But I think it's like evolved past that,
Like Ican has cheeseburger.
yeah. Okay, no,
That's
I
like
can think of one. It's
2008 era.
the one that I think maybe I associate the most with is the Mudkips one. If you guys
Oh
were
yeah.
alive during then, what is it? It says I like Mudkips or something like that.
That's what's popping into my head right now. But damn, that's a dusty ass memory. So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess no Mudkips coins. I guess Mudkip kind of died, huh? Unfortunate. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess despite how much I am online, I just never really got into the culture of memes as much as the average person.
And I'm kind of in the opposite direction. I have my fingers in a bunch of different, niche meme subreddits that are most people would find incomprehensible and unfunny, but I just get a kick out of it.
All right, Maiev. What's your favorite meme?
Favorite meme.
I know you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, I was trying to order food.
Yeah, I saw you on your phone.
I don't know. Anything that looks good. Like probably the meme on like games, like your enemy team, and then your teammates. You know that meme. Like your enemy's team looks fearsome, and then your teammates are like a bunch of cutie stuffed toy stuffs.
So what is that for a Dota? Because in League, it's like, you have the Yasuo on your team versus the Yasuo on the enemy team, right? But what is that for Dota?
It's really hard. Who's the Probably like let's say Dwarven sniper in Dota. You have like a sniper, like a Spec Ops sniper or a Metal Gear sniper on the picture, and then you have a kid with a gun for your teammates. Probably that. I'm really bad at describing stuff.
That's okay. I feel you.
Especially if I know not all the audience would be able to relate or know the character.
See,
But yeah,
it's so awkward talking on camera sometimes, right?
yeah.
That's why I wanted to start the stream while you guys were still talking, so we could hear like, Maiev in his natural element. But unfortunately, the moment I started, they stopped talking. So yeah, I
I
guess we
didn't even realize that your that the stream started.
Yeah, that's the point. That was the point.
So I didn't even when we stopped. I did not realize that
All right, what did you order?
we're all. I still haven't ordered yet. I was thinking of getting like a breakfast meal, like sausage and eggs and rice.
Didn't you say that you ordered 2 burgers and you only got 1?
That was yesterday. I got refunded for the other one, but it's like I got a burger and like a chicken with rice for like less than $2 because of that mistake.
Wait, okay, man, okay. Today in the morning, I actually ordered DoorDash today. I ordered IHOP, right, because they had like a promotion, and I swear to God, my driver literally went to the other side of the city before coming back. Like, it took like probably like 2 hours for the food to get here. And I mean, it's fine. I don't really like. It's not
Maybe
a huge deal
book
for me.
another one. Maybe he has like 2 apps.
Yeah, probably. But like, I hate how like usually when that happens, DoorDash used to like give you a pretty good refund. Like you get like $10 off, right? But they only gave me $3 this time, and I'm actually kind of annoyed. Cause like I don't mind when the drivers do that, because it's like they usually compensate you pretty well, right? But they only gave me $3 this time, and now I don't know, man. DoorDash, yeah, it used to be good. I feel like it's been going downhill. Everything's so expensive now. I feel like half the people steal my food.
I mean,
I had
that's
the same experience last week. I ordered like a Burger King, and then it was pick up like 30 minutes earlier, and then the driver messaged me like after 30 minutes that he is on his way, and then when the food came in, the fries are already soggy, and I didn't got a refund. I was so furious. I was like messaging their customer service for like 3 of their customer service representatives, and none of them could give me what I want.
What did you want?
So I gave them like a 1 star. I wanted a refund for the fries.
Okay, all right, let's get back on topic. Okay, all right, Disco partners, you're up.
Indeed. So, yes, as you may have seen on our social announcements, we have announced a partnership with Cathion Gaming. And that is a co-marketing partnership that involves essentially us sharing our audience with them, and then doing likewise, both just making each other aware of what a great fit we are with the Cathion Gaming Center, which is their kind of core product, and allows access to Web3 games really simply and easily. They are looking to eventually have a kind of digital storefront, I think more like an application, at which point, it may be possible to launch Rune Evolution directly from there. At the moment, what that just does mean for us is that you'll see Rune Evolution as a kind of featured game on the Cathion Game Center, and you'll then be able to transfer to our website and be able to access Rune Evolution and take part in all the wonderful things. So you'll see a few more announcements about that partnership over the course of the next week. So yeah, do like and share that on the socials. That'd be great. And yeah, really great to announce that partnership, and that of course opens up some doors. It's great to have that association with them further down the line, as and when markets do pick up and there is more movement and other things that we want to do. So look forward to working with them more closely in the future. The other partnership, of course, that we announced last week was Community Gaming. and that is for the Room Royale. So please, if you haven't done so already, do make sure that you do go and sign up for the Room Royale on the Community Gaming website. I'll get you the link on here. Now we'll post that into the chat. And what you'll be able to do there is get into the tournament, declare your kind of interest on that one, take up a spot. We've already got 7 participants on there, so that's great to see. And then closer to the time, so up to 24 hours, or within that kind of 24 hours before the tournament starts, you'll be able to check in and just confirm, yeah, you're definitely there and going to be able to attend. If we do get lots of sign-ups on there, there is a chance that Community Gaming actually might provide us a grant to increase the prize pool, in this case actually double it, and do some additional marketing for the tournament as well. So if we do see that, we do see quite a few of their tournaments fill up, especially where this is a free to enter one. And with a sponsored prize pool, we are hoping that with their kind of input as well, and as we get closer to the date, because it kind of shows upcoming tournaments on the website, that we are going to be able to fill some of those spots. So, please do make sure that you get registered nice and early. That'd be really grand. If we get to the position where you get a bit stuck, then we've got some we've held back some spots to make sure that our regular players can participate as well. We'd really like to see you go and enter and join that anyway. So do make sure that you click on this link, go and set up your profile. Any issues, use either the support on the website if it's related to their site, or have a chat with us. And make sure you do that, because you won't actually be able to take part in the Room Royale if you don't go through that way, because all of the payouts for the tournament will actually get paid out through the website through a smart contract, so that it's visible for everyone, which is really great for any new players coming in who are a bit uncertain about are they actually going to get paid, and for your perspective it will be quite quick and instant and automated too. But do make sure you sign up. We'd really love, for Community Gaming to work with us and increase the prize pool for you players as well. And there's every opportunity then to actually continue to do that for each tournament. We could actually apply and have a chat with them too. So really, really important that we do get a bit of traction, get your friends involved, and completely free to enter. There are cash prizes. Why wouldn't you get stuck in just for an hour and a half?
All right, so signups are going to be mandatory on communitygaming.io, but accounts for Rune characters are not mandatory, right?
That is correct, yeah. So it is going to be completely free to play, no character required. If you do have a character, of course, you will be earning rewards throughout the matches, as you normally would do, with, of course, that increased player count as well. So, still reason to sign up using your same wallet and account that you do for Rune anyway. And, in the future, I think there are other opportunities. We can do things like POAPs and everything like that. So, make sure you do sign up, and it would be really good to get a new community involved with that. And there might be some other partnerships out there too. So, if there's anyone that you think is a good fit for Rune and the kind of things that we do, then by all means do let us know. We're always happy to speak to people, and we are always speaking to people as well. So as and when any updates come out on any potential other conversations, we'll of course keep you noted as and when appropriate. So we're working hard in the background to keep these kind of things flowing. Let us know if you've got any thoughts as well. We're always keen for that input from you guys. What else you're finding out there too. We've only got so many eyes between us.
Are you aware, is there any way that we can link somebody's communitygaming.io's username to either their wallet address or to their Twitch account?
I don't think so. There is an option to kind of put in the details for like your username in games. It doesn't appear that they have got
Yeah.
our game for selection there.
Yeah, I don't see that. Yeah, I tried clicking around on some of their usernames and I don't see it. So I guess we are gonna have to do this on a little bit of a trust basis, but I think we can give some Twitch shards to people that do sign up during this stream. I do see IQ Ballerman and Chaos Myth already signed up. I see a bunch of other people as well. Unfortunately, I don't recognize their communitygaming.io username. I don't know if they have a different username on there compared to what they use on Twitch or compared to what they normally use on Evo. But if you guys, if you guys did sign up on there under a different name, I guess just let me know in chat and I will give out some Twitch shards to everybody that signs up during the stream or before the stream, I guess. So hopefully that's a little bit of incentive for you guys to go ahead and do that. Sassy Boy's up there. Nice. Okay. So Sassy Boy, Chaos Smith, and IQ Ballerman signed up already. Again, if anybody else already signed up under a different username, just let me know, please.
I did share this around on Reddit as well. We'll be doing a bit more kind of social media marketing. Again, being a free-to-play tournament, we can, afford to go out to slightly different communities and target them with this. So, if you're thinking about telling your friends, it's not just your traditional crypto gamers, although they will need a wallet. There are quite good wallets out there that kind of avoid and just let you social login, Web3 Auth being one of them. So they can still get cash prizes just for playing games, which is, great. And again, we can go out to those just kind of more traditional gamer tournaments and audiences and promote that there and hopefully, get a few more people involved and see the kind of benefits of the kind of thing that we offer. So yeah, do make sure you spread the word and get people signed up.
Okay, it looks like nobody has said anything in chat so far, so I'm just gonna give away the points to Sassy Boy and Chaos Myth and IQ Ballerman.
I've been trying to sign up, but the email prompt is always delayed. I'll wait.
Yeah, I don't see Sassy Boy's name on the list. I don't know if it updates in real time or not. If you have any way to check, Disco.
Doesn't show on my side either. I'm kind of having a look.
Alright, just give me 1 second. I need to figure out what the correct syntax is. Did I do it wrong?
Edit points, username.
Edit
all.
points, but I'm trying to
Sure.
add points, not edit points.
So
Have
did
you
you
just
give
cleared
us?
everyone's?
Oh, probably.
I mean, this should be right. I don't know why. Alright, let's
I
try.
just signed up myself.
Excellent. Yeah, so we have got
Not
9
found.
participants on there now, so that's great to see.
What? Okay, why did that work? It's literally the same syntax, no? But what? The second one worked and the first one didn't. That's so weird.
Got one of those invisible Unicode characters in there.
Okay, now it doesn't work again. Am I typing something different?
Yeah, one says username all, and the other one says all. And one says add points, and the other one's edit points.
No. Like, you see, before that I typed add points all 100 and that didn't work, and then I tried to add points all 20 and that one did work. You see that?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so
There's a space. Should there be a space?
there's a space on both of them though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, no, there's a space in both of them.
Does it only let me add like? No, edit points, username, all. Man, Stream Elements has been a little bit weird recently. I don't even know if their alerts work anymore. I mean, I guess if I have to do set points, then I guess I will. Let's see, how many points are you at, Sassy Boy? You have 10k points? Holy. I'm doing it right. I'm not doing it wrong, am I?
I have no idea what you are doing, Panda.
It looks like it's the exact same syntax. It just doesn't want to work. I don't know what to do.
Can you try adding points to my name?
You just
And
want
see if
free
it
points,
works?
Maiev. Maiev just wants free points. Maybe it's because there's a comma? Question mark?
Well,
Okay,
you
there we
can't-
go. There we go.
You
Okay, I
can
got
take
it.
it back.
I got it. All right. Well, at least we figured that out. Is there anything else that we gotta talk about? Oh yeah, guys, I crafted 2 mythics last stream. If you guys didn't catch that, it's on YouTube if you want to watch it. But
Looking for the 3-year, or looking forward to the 3-year wait until your next mythic.
oh yeah, I think we probably used up enough luck for like 2 or 3 years, so it's gonna be a while. Or maybe it'll happen today. I don't know.
Who knows?
Same chances it happening today as every other day.
Where is? Okay, now I have to find Chaos Myth. I have to find IQ Balaman.
We have like 16 viewers. It's been a while since we have more than 10.
No, our streams have been doing pretty well, I think.
Yeah. For Epin, Lofarn, Marquez, nice. Natron.
Oh my god.
Sassy Boy. Hoteru.
Dude, okay, there we go. I did Chaos Myth. Now I need to find IQ Balaman. Man, they sure make this fucking difficult, huh? IQ Balaman, are you in chat? Can I ask you to...
You need his username?
No, I need to see how many points he has, since I have to set it manually instead of just adding. It is quite a pain. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I am able to find his name on the leaderboards right now, so we might have to go ahead and do that some other time if he's not here right now. Yeah, there's like 100 pages, so I think, yeah, if he's not here, I'm gonna have to just ask him to do it some other time. Alright, anybody else in chat signed up? Anybody? Please do go ahead and sign up and let me know. Eki signed up. Okay, Eki, how many points do you have?
Not enough.
Can you go type exclamation mark points in chat for me, please?
I
Make
guess.
my
Yeah.
life a little bit easier, please.
Oh no. Go back to chat.
Oh, I need to sign up. I need those points.
Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, we did it. We did it.
It's pretty poggers. Pretty pogged up right now.
I'm Tekken trying to cheat the system. You know what? Let's try this. Can I do this? What? Raffles don't work?
Am I allowed to add points to myself because I'm an admin?
I mean, technically you probably could, but I guess raffles don't work. Never mind. Never mind. You probably could, but that'll be cheating, Maiev. Come on. Come on.
I was just gonna try it.
Alright, well, I mean, honestly, I think that's all we really have. So I think we can probably jump on Evo and I'll try to keep working at this while we are on Evo.
Have we mentioned Katian Gaming? Or did I miss it because I was ordering food?
I think that might have been the
Something's
point that
never
you were
changed.
ordering food, Maiev.
No, that was way after he was ordering food. He was ordering food like near the beginning. No, you can't use food as an excuse for that.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's the time that I was ordering food. Or I'm still thinking of food.
You're probably thinking of food, but that was definitely afterward.
My mind was just kind of flying, thinking of what I should order. You know what's
Oh my
funny? I
God.
always like to waste 1 hour of my time during the day thinking of what food to order.
Yeah, that's relatable.
All right, Evo.
Normal giveaway, crypto news were done, Royale on April 30th. Oh, just a reminder to everyone, those who are signing up for Royale, it's only up until 29th, right, Disco?
Yes. So the sign-up period is up until the 29th of April, 10:30 p.m. UTC. And that is because we have got a check-in period for the tournament of 24 hours. So what that means is we'll close off registrations there, just so we can make sure we understand how many players are going to be joining. We'll split them out into the brackets as needed to take part in that, depending on how many enter. And then once the tournament's ready to start, you will need to kind of check in. We'll be able to check in on your behalf. You can speak to the tournament admins, chat to us here in Discord, wherever, reach out to us. And we can do that on your behalf if you have some issues, but we do need to check you in again, just to make sure we know not just how many people signed up, but actually how many there on the day ready to play. So you'll have the full 24 hours to do that. So that means anytime from kind of when sign up closes, you can check in and say, yeah, I'll be there, or you can wait until kind of hour or two beforehand if you really need to, if you're a bit uncertain as to whether you're going to take part, and then kind of let us know checking in. So yeah, look forward to seeing you all there.
And then inevitably there's gonna be people that check in and then they don't show up anyways. Always happens.
Indeed.
Alright, get on Evo, boys.
Boys.
Where did I put Evo?
Where's all the dragons at? It's quite lonely up in here.
Loading up. Getting in there.
Coming.
Alright, Eki, back to Dark and Darker. What are your thoughts now that the playtest is over?
It was a lot of fun. It's a really interesting formula. I think, you know, pending their litigation woes, it's gonna be a pretty successful recipe. It might be something that ends up, you know, being a sort of trend in gaming for a bit. It's certainly something that I've like been interested in. This idea of like basically co-op PvE and then having additional parties in there at the same time, working toward the same goals in like a mutually exclusive way, so only one team can do the thing. Some of the gameplay was rough around the edges, and there were certainly a lot of bugs and people complaining in the Discord that they lost progress because they got dropped. Because you do basically commit your items the very instant you sign up for a round. So if the server dies or you get disconnected or something like that, your character freezes in place so someone else can easily just come up and stab you and take your stuff. And even if it just stands there until the end of the round and kind of like survives but doesn't escape, you still lose all your stuff. So it's kind of tough to negotiate that unless you have just like perfectly stable servers. And there's always going to be people who, you know, lose something that they worked a lot of time to get just because they have a faulty internet connection or something, you know, adjacent to their skill affects the game.
So
Are
how
you
about...
guys able to hop in?
I'm already in.
Disco, are you in?
I am, I think. Yes, I am indeed.
Alright. Yeah, see Sassy Boy there. Chaos Smith, Trams. Anyone else who would like to join before we start? So
Yeah. Yeah, there were a couple of kind of funnier bugs so far. And, I know a lot of people were complaining that the rogue could double jump, but that was like one of my favorite parts, was being able to kind of double jump out of the way of people. Because as a rogue, like, I don't know, a stiff breeze could fucking kill you as a rogue. So, like, being able to get away from people and kind of like laugh and point at them was pretty awesome.
Did you kill anybody?
Yeah, occasionally I actually did manage to kill some people.
Okay.
Near the end of the playtest, I did actually start taking items into the game, so I was a little bit more survivable. But as a rogue, you definitely have to get the drop on people. Like, if you get cornered in a room by a barbarian, you're just gonna fucking die, because that's exactly the scenario that the barbarian wants to find you in. There was an instance in like the bigger map. You can take parties into the bigger
Wait,
map.
was that the last?
and-
Was that the last dragon? The Sassy Boy?
I think so.
Yeah, Zero alive.
All right, fair enough. Wait, I feel like no, we didn't even kill anybody. Is it just Disco and Sassy Boy? Whoever can
Yeah,
survive
it
longer.
feels like we only have 3, right? I saw Chaos Smith earlier, but I didn't see him anymore.
Yeah, the double jump kind of made it so, like, basically there are instances in which you don't need to kill someone to kind of get the drop on them, or like you can steal a portal from them essentially. So at the end of some of the rounds in the bigger maps, there's a 3-person portal that takes a bit to open, and you know that's the last portal, and if it opens, that means that the circle is basically encompassing or to get to another portal, you have to search outside in the area where you're dying progressively over time. So as a rogue, you can wait for that to appear and wait for someone to open it, and then just jump into it before before the full party gets in, and then one person from the party is just left to die. Um, I did that to a party at one point. I felt kind of bad, but ultimately, you're in it to survive. I spectated after that and just kind of watched the guy run around futilely looking for another portal. And he had really good shit on him too, so it was kind of sad. Just watching him like run around and like look in different areas, and then his character just like fell over and died.
That's kind of mean, no?
Well, yeah, but if I didn't do that, I would have died. So, and they were all looking to kill me.
No,
so...
I mean like washing them afterwards.
Oh yeah. I
Cramps?
mean, you can. Sometimes I do just.
Those
I don't
cramps.
know, like if someone kills me
Cramps last
as
round.
I'm being chased
Alright.
by like a really powerful enemy, sometimes I'll watch just to see if they escape, and they almost never do. Like there was one time I was doing really well and picked up a lot of stuff during a round, and it was almost to the point where portals were going to start appearing, but then I aggroed like a skeleton champion, which is like a really strong NPC that follows you indefinitely. Like it won't stop following you.
Really?
Once it aggroes to you.
What if you close the door on it?
It breaks the door and continues.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at Hotaru.
But yeah,
has to die.
it like he killed me as I was being chased by that, and then the skeleton champion chased him around as he was looking for a portal out and killed him. So it was kind of satisfying. And he never had the chance to even pick up the stuff off my body because of the skeleton chasing him around. So
How strong are the mobs in there? How strong could they get?
most of them are pretty weak, and they have really repetitive mechanics. So if you're just alone with the mob, it's usually not a problem for you to kill it. You just have to know what the timing is for going in and getting a hit or two and then backing away. Or if you're a ranger or like a wizard, you can just hit them from afar. The AI for the mobs is not really good. They'll just
Crams
keep
again?
on repeating the same
Yeah.
behavior.
Alright.
But I mean, they're meant to just kind of be a distraction. They're something you get things out of. It's like playing League of Legends. The NPCs in that aren't like smart. They're meant to be something you get items and experience out of and buff yourself through. So that's kind of how the mobs are here. But when someone comes in on you as you're doing this, it's really complicated. And now you're dodging the enemy, the NPC enemy, as well as a player, and you're trying to figure out like how to negotiate that situation. Because even if the NPC is like super dumb, you don't have time to just go in and stab it while this other player is actively trying to kill you. So yeah, it adds a lot of tension. Just being like, should I kill this mob right now? Is there anybody around who's going to take advantage of it? And
Do you think it'll be on Steam soon?
it all depends on like the outcome of
I'd
the
really
lawsuit.
like to. It's like, I'm really big fan of Monster Hunter. It's like Monster Hunter with the PvP option, right?
In a way, but there aren't any like. I guess there are some boss enemies, but they're not. It's not like in the same way as like Monster Hunter, where you can, prepare the entire map and dodge around, and the combat isn't that sophisticated, I would say. I think that would be a badass idea, is like a PvPvE Monster Hunter type situation. This isn't quite that, but it is like there are boss enemies that you would prepare for and have certain mechanics, and it's first person and everything.
Are you waiting on anything, Maiev?
Nope. I'll be starting around now.
Okay, so Eki, What are the items like in that game? Are the items like kind of like like more basic, or does it have stats that are kind of like, you know, the items that are in Rune, where it's very hard to get like a very good item?
So for the most part, they're just stat modifiers at the moment. I imagine they'll add something more sophisticated later.
Scrams again.
Crabs again. I don't
But-
even see the other dragons, man.
But
But is
the-
it like stat modifiers where, like, you know, whenever you find an item, it has like, you know, maybe it gives you plus 10 attack, or maybe it gives you like plus like 20 attack, or you have to get like lucky, right? Or is it just like every item has like a set value?
It depends on the rarity of the item, I think. I don't think it's like a random amount. I think the blessings or like the so each item inherently comes with, like, you know, armor rating and then whatever the item normally comes with, but then you get randomly rolled like buffs to that. So like in the way that you would for like Diablo or something. But they at the moment, I think they're all just like stat modifiers. There's nothing like, you know, conditional or anything that tweaks the way that a skill fires off. It's mostly just reducing cooldown, increasing mana, or energy, or whatever. At the moment, you're basically trying to build toward high move speed. That's kind of the meta, I feel like.
I see.
At least for rogues. Because you want to be able to get away from people.
Chaos Smith's not here today, huh? Very unusual.
I think I saw him earlier, but I don't know what happened.
Well, I mean, he's not in the Evo games. That's why the Evo games are going by so fast. We don't have to chase Chaos Smith around.
He's not trolling us with the island.
Oh,
Yeah,
so-
like we will have to block the paths.
So you mentioned, you know, like dumb NPCs or whatever, right? When do you think AI is gonna make it so NPCs are like no longer dumb?
Well, it can right now. Like, with reinforcement learning and stuff like that, you could have an NPCs that just a player could never beat. It's down to the developer whether they want it to be that difficult. It's not a technological limitation. I mean, just like, you know, an AI that plays chess at like a grandmaster level, you know, it's totally possible, but it kind of makes the game not fun if the player can't possibly beat the enemy.
Well, it doesn't have to be like unbeatable. Just you know, AI that's smarter? Question mark. You know.
Yeah.
So there's an interesting kind of simulation that was done recently, which was kind of like a city or kind of Sims village type simulation that was just all AI NPCs, 25 of them in a world, and they were just kind of let loose and left to do their own thing. And one of them decided to organise a Valentine's Day party. This is the AIs, and was able to invite 14 of them to the Valentine's Day party. Out of those, I think 8 or 9 came, and then they remembered it and talked about it afterwards as well. So these are all like, you know, completely procedurally generated events using machine learning to create kind of NPCs that act very realistically. So there's no reason why that can then go into a game and actually an entire game world and then become all encompassing and actually become very lifelike in terms of the way these people interact with each other, the way that the stories are told. And, you know, at the moment you have to have people writing, you know, hundreds and hundreds of hours worth of scripts to give that kind of level of detail and storytelling and have those relationships. And, you know, something happens in game and then people talk about it afterwards. But actually, I think we're, you know, very much at a position whereby we can kind of put that work to artificial intelligence and machine learning, and using large language models actually create very believable worlds that do interact and react to the way that you've played through the game, that then, you know, affects the way people talk about you and deal with you. If you've gone around killing people in the last village, then when you get to the next one, they're probably not going to be taken too kindly to you, and have that kind of real world context. And then if you slaughter that village as well, all of a sudden, your I guess tale becomes legend of the land, and everyone knows you as this big killer, and it spreads throughout the world. And so yeah, I think there's some great storytelling possibilities from that that will arise, and we'll see a lot more of that over the next coming years, I think.
How soon do you guys think that it's gonna be something that's like implemented into games? Maybe like not even like anything super complex, but just like in games like Pokemon, like playing Pokemon, I've always wished that the AI that you were battling was like a little bit smarter, or if there was a way to make it like harder, to make Pokemon harder without just giving them like higher statted Pokemon,
Yeah. I mean, so right now with the technology that exists, you could put it into a game. It's just like it depends on the cycle of the game that's going to end up using it, like the development cycle and how long that takes. So I imagine like maybe like 4 to 5 years, you'll start seeing games pop up with more reactive NPCs and things like that.
You could ask the NPC like ChatGPT.
Yeah. Like basically, you could make each NPC have its own context for the chatbot, and have it react to the things that the player says, or you could just essentially, you have dialogue in mind for all the NPCs, and then you could just ask the AI, well, here's the context of the world. Please generate this dialogue considering this thing that the player did, or whatever. Here are the possible events, and here's the combination of things that the player has done up until it came to the NPC. Tweak what they say to take into account all of this, and include this context for what the NPC actually is and what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I imagine for dialogue it would be very simple, right? I imagine we'd probably see that probably pretty soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there are some elements of games that are coming out right now that are like supported by AI. I mean, you could feed it basically all of the CRPGs in existence, and so CRPGs being like Baldur's Gate and things like that, and then just have it generate dialogue for different fantasy characters, and I think it would do pretty well off of that. But yeah, it's the other like behavioral things. Like you can, like ChatGPT could infer what the character should be doing, but then you need to connect those possibilities with actual like programming. Like you need to have programmed routines for the NPCs to go through given these different events, and that's kind of the part where it gets gets harder.
ChatGPT can program itself, right?
Have you guys watched Sword Art Online Alicization?
Yeah, I was just about that. That's what I thought of whenever we were talking about this. When Eki was mentioned in Evo, I was thinking of a
they
world
like an AA world, right?
Yeah, and like we can think of all these possibilities for what could happen, but ultimately, when you're designing a game, you want to think about the gameplay purpose of all these features and like what it actually adds, and what's the cost benefit of throwing it into the game. Is it really that compelling beyond just the first instance of being like, oh, the character has like changing dialogue over time or something like that. There are a lot of cool things out there that after you see it a couple of times, it loses its novelty and it's not important anymore. So you just want to make sure it's part of that like core gameplay loop that makes things interesting and gets players like interested in talking to the different people in the game. There are players who are always going to appreciate like more like versatility in the NPCs and a more immersive experience and like a more like simulation oriented game world, but that's not going to be every player. Some just literally would prefer not to have to interact with an NPC. They'll just go menu to menu, buy the things that they need, and keep going because they just want to max out their character, get to the end game, etc. So you kind of need to weigh, your demographics and who you're actually developing the game for.
I could see it being annoying. Like, imagine if you had an NPC that was like supposed to sell you stuff, but then because they're like AI driven, like maybe they just don't feel like going to work one day. They just
Or maybe
sorry, I'm sick today.
They won't tell you anything. They won't tell you anything, right?
they don't want to. They don't want to do their job, or maybe they want to,
Or
they
maybe
want to
their
increase their
boss
prices.
just maybe they get fired, or their boss doesn't pay them enough and they're going on strike, and they're like,
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool in some games, but some games I could see that being kind of annoying.
Imagine going into an item shop and they're on strike.
I mean, at that point, you just grab the item and just leave, right?
But if there's an AI like that, then there would be. If you stole an item, then you get hunted by the
yeah,
town's
probably
police, right?
Probably. Yeah. Maybe that'll. Man, will that happen in our lifetimes? Maybe.
Now you're a fugitive with wanted posters in town.
I wonder if like the Skyrim modding scene is pretty, fleshed out at this point. I wonder if it'd be possible to just like introduce actual reactivity into Skyrim and make it a more kind of immersive world, because that's one thing where a lot of people end up going back to it because they want to see the NPCs react to the things that they do and actually interact with the world in a meaningful way. So that might be a good like test bed for something like that, is a Skyrim mod or a Morrowind mod.
Isn't Skyrim like 20 years old at this point? I feel like I've been hearing about that game for like decades.
Funny, no.
not quite 20, about 10, just over 10 actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that reminds me. Is it considered a meme? I remember people used to say like something about arrow to your knee or something.
Oh yeah.
I never really understood
that
it.
was an arrow to the knee.
That.
So that was just a one of the phrases from the NPCs. The soldiers used to go around saying stuff, and so that soldier would say something like, "I used to be really fit, but that was until I took an arrow to the knee." But it became a meme because he would say that quite often. That was would just come up far more commonly than anything else on the RNG.
So that arrow really ruined him, huh? Although to be fair, if I got shot in my knee, that's probably not a good time.
I used to be an adventurer like you. That was until I got an arrow to the knee. Something like that.
Yeah. And like another element of this is like voice generation. So OpenAI released Whisper, which is like, I believe, or is it speech to text? I don't know. There's like different models that transfer text to speech and speech to text. And obviously you've probably seen the memes at this point of like Joe Biden and Donald Trump playing Call of Duty or something like that, and like, bantering. It gets pretty like convincing. I mean, there's even like a song that was recently released by an AI generated Drake that was supposedly written by a ghostwriter in the industry, and it sounds like a Drake song, like bang on. Like, yeah, I mean, if you like Drake, it's good. It's like a Drake song. I mean,
do you like Drake?
I'm kind of mixed. Like, he has some songs. He's inoffensive to listen to, at the very least. Like, nothing he plays is just like so awful that I can't like justify having it on in the background. But I don't seek out his music to listen to if I'm looking to listen to music. He's background vibes, I think.
Yeah, for some reason I can't really imagine you listening to Drake. It doesn't really seem
I mean,
a
I
weird type.
like hip hop, but I like weird hip hop. Like, there's an artist called JPEG Mafia, who's probably my favorite right now. Yeah. I like Danny Brown too.
I used to listen to Drake a lot, like when I was in college.
Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I mean,
like-
he's catchy for sure. Like,
10
there's
years
a
ago.
reason a lot of his songs end up on the top 100, but it's a little samey for me. Like, I don't know. I
Okay.
also just hate fun, I guess.
Okay. We've been talking for a little bit. I am gonna go ahead and pull up the stream elements giveaway, and I guess if anybody else has not signed up for Royale on communitygaming.io, please go ahead and do that. If you do, give you some Twitch shards. If anybody has signed up and I have not given you Twitch shards yet, let me know. I think I got everybody besides IQ Ballman because I can't find his name, but if I did miss anybody, let me know please before the end of the stream.
Check out the website anyway. It's quite a cool site if you do like gaming. You want to get involved in some gaming tournaments, want to get involved in a community that enjoys gaming, and the opportunity to actually win some cash prizes as well. Really cool website to have a look into as well. Probably one for you actually, Panda.
I did take a look at it quite a while ago actually. Okay, Maiev, what are we crafting? I forgot. We gotta make a decision now. What are we crafting?
My favorite. And forgot its name. Windfall. Yeah,
Your favorite.
That's right.
Your
My
favorite.
favorite,
by the
and I
way.
don't even know
Your
the
favorite,
name.
by the way. Okay, sure. More Windfall. I'm gonna double check, make sure we have enough discs on the account. So back to AI. Are we putting AI in our NPCs in Sanctuary? Obviously, we're doing like AI art and everything, but what about the NPCs? I don't know if it's necessary, honestly, for for MMO. I guess that could be cool, right?
Yeah,
Imagine.
I mean, yeah, it just depends on like how reactive the world needs to be for the game. Like,
Okay,
you
we
have
do
an
have-
open world RPG like Skyrim, yeah, you would want a lot of content and a lot of reactivity. And I think AI would help you furnish that. Like, it would help you achieve those goals, but you'd have to have like a clear vision in mind for how you want to use it, and you'd have to do a lot of QA for what it generates because it's not going to be totally perfect. And you need to find a way to feed it the full context of your world and all of the different possibilities and everything. So it's not like, just, hey, ChatGPT, generate me an interesting reactive RPG world. It's like,
And
there's a lot
what
of
if
it.
you're an NPC? Like your job is to be an NPC in game. Like you have like 8 hours to spend in game and just act like a tavern master.
Like,
I mean,
and
I
then
do that every
entertain
day.
people.
like you mean like for someone to actually be an NPC? I mean, like I feel like that's I don't know. I feel like it would be interesting, like having like a job
metaverse
in
bartender.
yeah, like having a job in the
Here's
metaverse
your
or in.
beer NFT. Please consume it at the table.
I mean, is it really that different than I mean, you have people that like, well, I know there was a thing at MapleStory in particular where like you would sell a service and people would actually buy it for like pretty good money. I don't know if that exists in other games. It might be a MapleStory unique thing because of
Service.
it's hard to explain. Okay, so
Is it like leech? Like the only thing that I could think of service is like on an MMO. It's like when someone leech.
no.
leeches
Well,
you to-
no. So there was this item that was really rare. Okay, it was a really rare item, and essentially what it did was that it's gonna increase the spawn of the map. Right, the map is gonna have like basically like I think double the regular spawn rate. Right, so if you want to grind or whatever, like it helps a lot. And so what people would do is, if they got that item, and keep in mind this item sells for like probably like $20,000, right? Probably more than $20,000. So people would pay for somebody with the item to go into their map and to cast like the skill basically that's gonna increase the spawn rate. And they basically had a job where, you know, if they had a bunch of people paying for that service, they just keep jumping around to different maps and then casting it. And I think like if you like people that really wanted to, they could get like what, like $30 an hour from doing it. So it wasn't bad money. It was just, you know, I mean, does that make you an NPC? I don't know. Like,
Yes.
it's kind of like an NPC, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like you're manipulating the game, right? Because it affects the entire map because of your skill. It's a really cool item.
Yeah. So I mean, I I don't know. I wouldn't mind having a job in the metaverse. You know, like I don't know. What would be fun? Like I don't know. Would it be
You
fun
know,
to be a blacksmith, to make weapons, to make items? Maybe it's fun.
yeah, that's really cool. I'd be a merchant because I was playing. There was a time where I was playing Ragnarok online, and there's like an in-game shout, and I was like shouting all game to the game.
Oh yeah, I mean
And then,
merchant people. There's a bunch of people that do that merchant, right? I don't even.
Yeah,
does that even
but
count as an
someone-
NPC? Like, I guess it kind of does.
Yeah, but someone messaged me in game and saying, why you've been trying to sell your stuffs for like 2 days already? I'm tired of you. Why don't you go and here's some items? Why don't you go ahead and get your main character and level it up so you could enjoy the actual game? But I'm actually enjoying selling stuffs using my merchant, even interacting with people.
Yeah, I mean that was
Not actually playing the game.
that was one of the best parts of a Maple Story. I think it's honestly kind of like a lost art because everything just goes through auction houses nowadays, right? It's you know, you don't really have that same level of what's the right word to describe it? The same level of work, I guess. That's what, like, you know, when Eki showed the item, the trading thing in Dark and Darker, I thought it was really cool. You know, you had people just like actually directly selling their items to another player. At least from what I understand. Did you ever end up selling anything, Eki, or buying anything?
no.
No.
I wasn't as probably active in that as I could have been. At the end of the playtest, I had probably like 1,500 gold, which is a fair amount. And I could have probably bought like at least part of a set of purple. But again, it was like, you know, any game that you logged into, you could lose basically everything you're wearing just because it didn't connect. So I was kind of apprehensive of that, even if it didn't matter in the end, because it would feel like throwing away all of that work. Yeah.
Yeah, Eki's not an NPC confirmed.
I don't know. Probably am. Which is fine. It's okay to be an NPC. The one thing I wouldn't want to be in this world is a main character.
You don't want to be a main character?
No, because I mean, for me, the term main character means someone with an overinflated sense of self-importance who thinks that they stand above everyone else and everyone else should cater to their every need. And I think that's a bullshit way to live, and it's a bullshit personality to have.
But you get plot armor.
In your mind, maybe. In your mind.
You know, okay, so this is like a thing that... Have you guys ever thought about this? Like, do you ever just feel like you're like the main character of like your life? Or like I've always wondered, like, what if you're like going through time, but then like time like branches off, and then you go through the timeline where you're like alive, but then like there's like branching timelines where like you probably would have died already. But you get the plot armor and you go through the timeline, the one timeline that you're like still living. You guys ever think about
I mean,
that? You know what I mean?
there's been a lot of times in my life where I feel like I've been very close to dying. Like, oh, just like tripping right next to a really, really steep fall and being like, oh, that could have gone much worse probabilistically. So, I don't know. Yeah. I imagine, this is like metaphysical shit and kind of like all vibes, but it's like, yeah, there are probably a bunch of branching paths. If you think about the universe as like a fractal construct, then this is one of many different branches, one of many different possibilities, many of which we probably don't even exist in, given how kind of delicate our existence is already.
Did the world end in 2012? I'm pretty sure we mentioned this before, but that was a great movie. 2012 was a great movie. Okay, so giveaway's been going on for quite a bit. I think I'll go ahead and close it. 10 people entered, 601 tickets. Oh, I didn't bring this up. All right.
When you say a good film, it was just like incredibly over the top, pure Hollywood. I don't know about a good film, unless you like that sort of like action type thing.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think I watched it in theaters.
Which one? 2012?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also did.
Did you think it was a good film?
Maybe at that time. I don't know. I'm not that much into movies. But yeah, I think it's cool.
It's just one of those like it's so
Wow, you guys all won.
so cliched, so predictable.
Yeah, but you're watching it for like the visuals, for the I don't know, the music.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's a Hollywood like action film, isn't it? You watch it for the visuals, for the special effects and the explosions, which is fine for that sort of thing. But I wouldn't class it as a good film.
Remember
I don't
the
think that
asteroid
alone
movies?
makes a good film.
They used to make a lot of asteroid movies when I was a kid. I always dream of like an asteroid hitting in front of our house.
Why in front of your house? That sounds
Like,
terrible.
Because when I was a kid, our house we have like two floors, and then in the second floor you'd be able to see a vast field of sugar canes in front of it, and then I always imagine like an asteroid is falling to that sugarcane field when I was a kid.
If it's any consolation, you would likely not even have time to react.
Wait, Titanic
I don't know
2 in theaters. Wait, I thought there was only one Titanic. Is there another Titanic, or did they make a second movie about the same ship?
Is there like a Titanic 2? I think that is a meme. There's like a Titanic 2. There's like a fan-made movie called Titanic 2. We're in Jack lived, right? Jack was the
Jack lived and decided to go on another cruise for some reason.
Yeah, I think there's like yeah, I recall there's like a parody movie which was like Jack came back like Captain America. He was frozen in the ice. He was revived. I think it's something like
What? What?
I think, yeah, if
Are
I
you
recall
sure?
correctly, there's like a fan-made movie where Jack got revived. He was frozen in ice, and they call it Titanic 2. I'm not sure. But
That doesn't.
you're sure?
That doesn't sound right.
I'm pretty
but
sure there's like a. I think it's in YouTube.
It's been the wheel, boys. Okay, so wait. Oh man, I wanted to say something, but I forgot.
Jack's reboot. Jack's back.
Is that just like a blank entry?
Yeah, sometimes it's blank. I don't know why. I couldn't get rid of it, so I guess it will just be there. It's probably gonna win at this rate.
2012.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so back to what I was saying before. I feel like, I don't know, maybe life is like you're the main character where everybody else can die, but you can't die.
So at some point in my life, I'm either going to be bit by a vampire or discover the secret to immortality.
No, you're just gonna be immortal. You're never gonna die. I think life will go on. Like, you, like it's just gonna go, forever go on. Okay, it's never gonna end for you.
And all of the things that I've watched, an immortal person does not live a happy life.
Yeah, probably. But it's like, think about it. What if we are AI?
I mean, seeing kind of the advances recently, it wouldn't necessarily be. I don't know. I would be
Maiev.
less surprised to hear it now
Yes,
than I
people
was 10
say-
years ago. That's for sure.
Maiev, what if we're Alice? What if we're all Alice? Wait, did Alice die?
No, I don't think we're Alice. Alice is like the supreme AI in Sword Art Online, right? It'd probably be like an ordinary NPC there.
Why can't what? We can be
I'm
Alice,
also
come
not
on.
fond of being like the main character. just like
What?
Eddie.
Man, you guys don't like
Yeah,
plot
it'll be
armor.
boring.
I'm pretty sure she had plot armor.
Alice didn't die in
Oh.
Sao. She became a robot, right?
Disco, what do you think of Inception?
Inception.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was interesting.
Would you say that's a good
Um,
movie? A good film?
Who's Arvid?
I thought, yeah, it was okay. Look, I mean, it was an interesting concept. There's some good effects. You know, there's a few twists and stuff like that. A bit of action, a bit of this, bit of that. Yeah, I thought it was good.
Would you say that was better than 2012?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
Okay.
better.
So
I
the
wonder who
problem
would make.
I had with Inception is that it had like a really big plot hole that just kept bothering me. I almost feel like we
I
talked
don't know
about
if I
this
paid
before.
attention that closely, to be fair. But go on.
Did we not
We
talk
might.
about this before? I almost feel like we did
Ooh.
because I feel like I complain
we
about this
may
all the
have done.
time. I don't remember exactly what the plot hole is, but basically there's like some inconsistency with how they like get out of like their dream or whatever. It like didn't really add up.
Arvid.
Arvin.
Arvin. Sao.
GG's crowns.
Why can't I see?
Cram said to get a lot of wins. All right, boys.
Where did you get that info, Benzie? Where's in-game debt in Sword Art Online? There, Arvin.
If you guys weren't here last week,
What is he like?
we got some pretty lucky crafts last week. Let's see if we can keep it up.
There's no picture
Here we
of
go.
Arvin.
Why would there be a picture of Arvin?
Arvin is like the first one who died in Sword Art Online.
Yeah, why do you think there would be a picture?
There should be, right?
Why? He died too early. Nobody saw him.
No, but you're the first one to die, right? It should be mentioned. Like it's an achievement.
Yeah. He got an achievement.
First loser to die in game, and then gets erased. Come on, there should be like a monument of Arvin and Sao.
I can't wait until we get real life Sao. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It'll be so fun.
A lot of there's already like a headset that kills you, right?
What? There is?
There's like a VR headset
That kills you?
Yeah, that kills you if you die in game.
Are you
Someone
sure?
already created it. Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
Has
it
he
was the
killed
guy
anybody
who
yet?
I think
Is his name
worked on
Arvin?
the Oculus.
Yeah.
What?
Try wearing it to be the first Arvin.
How does it kill you?
Something explodes.
Oh, well, that sounds that good. But that's like,
And so it sends you like an electric shock on your spine, right?
Oh,
is that how it worked in Sao?
very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got one purple. That's not bad, right? That's pretty good. One purple, a couple, I guess 3 golds. So, congratulations to Crams and all of our winners.
So last question. Which, if you're going to play a hardcore game, or if you die in real life, what game would it be?
Stardew Valley.
Can you die in Stardew Valley?
You'd have to try really hard.
I mean, I'll probably do Pokemon. You can't die in Pokemon, right?
Oh, that's right.
I'll
It's
just
only
never
your
die.
Pokemon that die.
Yeah. Even your Pokemon, they don't die. They just
But
faint.
what if?
Unless
What
you're that
if
one,
a
like,
Pokemon
Cubone.
that eat you? There are Pokemons that eat humans, right?
No, there's no. What do you mean? Have you
Yeah,
seen
there
anybody
are.
die in the Pokemon universe ever?
Well, of course. If you read the manga,
Yeah, but I'm not
there-
living in the
like,
manga.
a
I'm
lot of
living in the
deaths, right?
game.
yeah, but imagine their merch.
I mean, that one tower with all the ghosts implies that people do die. So
No, that implies Pokemon dies, right? Not people, right?
someone's dying.
I mean, yeah, we saw that one. We saw that was it a Cubone or a Marowak? That died for sure, right? That's the only Pokemon that died. But I
What
don't.
if it's
Do people
Mario VR? Imagine if the game that you're playing, if you die in real life, and it's Mario VR, and there's like 3D Koopas.
But
that
do you
need to
have
jump
extra
on.
lives?
You don't, because if you die, you're
Yeah, but in
already dead
Mario,
real
you get plenty of lives, right? So like, you know.
life. But it's hardcore. You don't get lives when you play a hardcore game, like in Diablo.
Yeah, I feel like living in Mario would be very difficult. Okay, if you're in Mario, do you do you get to jump as high as Mario, or do you get to jump as high as you normally do?
I don't know how big are those, but imagine if they're half the size of Mario. Jumping on them would be impossible.
Did you guys see the Mario movie?
No, I haven't yet. I do want to.
Any of you seen it?
No,
No. I almost wonder.
it's not something that I would like to see. Is it live action?
I think it is, right?
Then
3D.
I'll cross it out.
You don't want to see it?
If it's live action, then I don't want to see a real person playing as Mario.
Why not?
No, it's definitely not that. It's, the old Mario is live action.
There was there was like a live action Mario, right?
Yeah. and
Way
it was-
back.
Benzie said it's a must-see movie. Maybe I will watch it. I don't know. I haven't been to the movie theaters in a long time. Actually, I went a couple of times during COVID, but like, yeah, are movie theaters dead? Do people still go to the movie theaters?
I have no idea.
Well, I think so.
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't.
know.
Yeah.
I think they were dying anyway, weren't they? And COVID sort of killed them off a bit. I think they have picked up a bit since. Films like Mario helping with that, I guess.
Let's see how AMC stock is doing. It looks pretty
Is
dead.
everything normal?
Actually, no, it's not doing too bad.
Do you guys still wear masks in there?
I do. Do you guys wear masks? I still do when I go out. Am I weird?
Yeah, absolutely not.
No.
Yes.
I still wear masks.
Sometimes not.
But
Not
when I'm
frequently.
at work, I no longer wear masks. It's like people stop wearing masks when
I
they interact with people, unless they're walking on public.
But I feel like the less that other people wear masks, the more that I feel like I need to wear a mask.
Yeah, I guess like if
Yeah,
I
it's
were to
good.
go to like a concert or something like that, crammed in with people, I would want protection, but for the most part, I avoid people to begin with. So
True.
I maintain that space, that interpersonal distance.
I learned that grocery shopping, either in the very beginning of the morning or at the very end of the night, is the best time to go.
Yeah, because no one's there.
Yeah, it's actually so much nicer, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
I really hate lines.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, no lines is actually amazing. Even like, I guess you guys probably don't know what HEB is, but even HEB is like pretty empty towards that time. Good night, sassy boy. And I mean,
Good night.
I guess it's probably time for us to head out as well, right? We've been talking for a little bit. Had a good time chatting with everybody. Again, a reminder to everybody, if you guys do want to play in Rune Royale, please do go sign up at communitygaming.io. More people that sign up, more likely we are to have a bigger prize pool. And also, it's mandatory if you're going to be playing in the Rune Royale. Signups also end on the 29th. It's going to end, I guess, a day before. And you will have to check in. So, yeah, see you guys next week. It's going to be Rune Royale. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, all. Thanks for coming.
Thanks all.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.